everyone, welcome to CtrlAltCraft, Rose with you, and today we have another Sims 4 speed build. Now, this one took forever. I mean hours of work. And is it good for the amount of time that I put into it? But it took me a long time, so you're gonna get a video out of it. Is what I've decided. Ladies and gentlemen, I decided to get very creative with a new mod. Now, if you know me, you know that I don't like mods. I don't like custom content in Sims. However, I found a mod that is actually brilliant, and it's called the Tool mod, T-O-O-L. And I will have a link to it in the description box down below in case you want to check it out for yourself. I did not make this mod. It is a brilliant mod, and I highly recommend that if you are a Sims 4 builder, that you grab this mod and abuse it because it is phenomenal. So it inspired me to try and create a Ferris wheel, as you can see here that I'm doing right now. Is it a good Ferris wheel? Not really. And it took hours of work just to do the Ferris wheel alone. I've actually sped up this part of the build, like this whole build video. Normally, I speed up the footage that I record maybe at 800 times, 700 to 800 times, the regular speed. This one is 1,500 times. This is literally twice as fast as I normally speed it up, and it still goes for nearly 20 minutes. And I didn't record everything. There are bits missing from this footage where I was like, you know what? They don't want to see me repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I didn't record everything, and I cut out bits as well. Basically, I show you a little bit of something that I do, and then I just kind of leave it. And I'm like, yep, you get the idea. Move on to the next thing. Anyway, I don't think I led with what I was trying to build, which is a fall fair, which is actually what the build is called. Think like a fete. Like a harvest fair, fete thing. We don't really have them here in Australia because we don't really have like seasons. We have hot or really hot and like 2 weeks in the middle of winter where it's cold. Or at least that's here in Queensland. I don't know about the rest of Australia. But we don't really get seasons, and we don't really get like trees with leaves that fall and so on. It's just kind of like, yeah, I know it's supposed to be spring right now because I'm told that October is spring for us here in Australia, but it feels like summer just all the time. So yeah. So this is sort of just what I would have recreated based off of things I've seen in television and movies, that kind of thing, more so than me actually building something that I'm actually familiar with, because we would actually have something like this IRL in my life. So basically I just wanted to get as creative as possible. So we make a Ferris wheel, we've made this a merry-go-round, and we make a few other things that I'm pretty stoked with. Overall, I think it's an okay build. Do I think it's the best? No, I don't love it as much as I've loved some of my other builds in the past. I don't know how I feel about this one, but it's a thing. I did the thing, and it is now on the gallery for you to download, which you can scroll down the bottom into the description box and find the link for it if you would like. We do actually end up moving this very shortly onto a much bigger lot because I had so many ideas and I was like, I can't fit all of these on this tiny lot. We better move this whole thing over. So that's what we did. And I just kept working on it. I was working on it while I was sick. I was so sick this weekend. I had really bad food poisoning, but it just didn't end. It just kept going and going and going. I was like, I get it, I'm sick. Like, can we get over this and move on? My body doesn't move on. My body just gets sick and stays sick for a very long time. So it was really frustrating. But as a result, I got a lot of Sims 4 building done. One of the things I actually want to try and make at some point, I'm inspired to try and recreate like a underwater Atlantis castle, a bit like think of like Ariel the Little Mermaid-esque kind of thing is what I'm feeling. So we'll see how that goes. But of course, every fall fair has to have a pumpkin patch, because that's what I see in the movies, so that's what we put in as well, and a little eating area as well so that people can come and buy food. There's sort of like tables, and then there's like a picnic area with like picnic rugs laid out, so you could either bring your own or buy something from the vendors. So I use heaps of live edit objects and debug item menu items, sorry. If I stuff up, I'm not re-recording this. This thing is like 20 minutes long. I don't even know how I'm gonna fill 20 minutes, let alone have to re-record the 20 minutes because I stuff it up. So y'all just have to live with my mistakes. I'm currently in the middle of painting my nails, which is why I'm kind of like, my hands are so splayed when I talk, because I'm painting them at the moment for a bit of fun, because I was bored and I was like, you know what? Let's treat myself and paint my nails. Here we go, I've moved it to a bigger lot now. So in that back corner, there's gonna be like a spooky haunted house thing. On that little hill off to the side, there'll be like a bonfire and stuff. So lots of different activities. Here we go, I'm building the haunted manor now. The haunted manor ends up being like a mirror maze, a spooky mirror maze with some scary objects in the tucked into random corners throughout the maze and stuff. And we also get like it was kind of like a cornfield maze, but obviously not corn because we don't have fields of corn growing in The Sims, so it's more just like a hedge maze, but with some skeletons thrown in, so it's a little bit spooky. But yeah, just a little October aesthetic for my YouTube channel. I've been getting really into the October activities, sorry, for Animal Crossing. I've been getting back into Animal Crossing, checking in every day to get all the recipes and to talk to all the villagers and buy all the candy, so I'm all prepped for the end of the month. I'll have to time travel a little bit because I'm actually very busy on Halloween Day on October 31st, so I'm going to need to get everything done before that day. I am also doing a spooky stream on my Twitch. Again, scroll down into the description box. Everything's there, including links to my Twitch page, in which I will be doing a spooky stream if we hit 30 subscribers before the 27th of October. So if we hit that mark, I am going to play, so far I think we've got a Resident Evil demo and Slenderman. I am not looking forward to either of those. If you know me, you know I hate scary games, you know I hate gore. I don't do horror. It's not my, like, why would I want to scare myself and gross myself out? That's not fun. But I know there are a lot of people on the internet who would love to see me play a horror game. So I've decided that I will do it as long as it's worth my while. So as long as we hit that sub goal, I will attempt it. So here I am working on the corn maze. That was just more annoying and tedious than anything else, but I had to have one, so I just sort of forced myself to make it and hope that it was okay somewhat. I mean, Sims can't really do a maze. They have pathfinding capabilities. They don't really get lost or stuck. They'll just go from one side to the other the easiest way possible. So, I mean, you can pretend. I mean, most of this is pretend. You can't use the Ferris wheel or the merry-go-round, so like... doesn't really help. It's just more, I think, aesthetically pleasing. There are a couple of things the Sims can use in this build. So there's the skate rink that we put in before. There is the food stalls, obviously, that go and eat out, the bonfire, and the horseshoe tossing thing. So there's things your Sims could go and do on this lot. It's a generic lot, and it's live on the gallery. You can download it, place it here, and do a couple of things on the lot, but not everything is available to you to actually do. And I do one more really cool thing. When we get to it, I cannot wait to highlight it to you, but I'll leave that for now. So we're just putting the final touches on the hedge maze. It's kind of boring, but I mean, hedge mazes, sorry, aren't exactly like intricately detailed. It's just a maze of hedges. So like, I mean, it looks kind of aesthetically bleh, but also like that's kind of mazes for you. So there you go. Just trying to decorate the place with pumpkins and like sort of weeds and grass and things and hay bales and stuff. So again, just leaning into that October aesthetic. Here we go. I'm working on a mini golf, like a putt-putt section at the fair. So you can go and play, like you obviously can't actually do it in-game, but pretend that you could go and play putt-putt in a little mini putt-putt area. It's so cool. I was really stoked with this idea. I'm gonna recreate this idea again, 100%. But yeah, so each one is sort of like a different theme. So there's like a massive dinosaur one, and then there's like a jungle adventure one, and a spooky one, and just like some topiary one, and like a fantasy one. So it's sort of like different aesthetics that I was going for, just for a bit of variety at putt-putt. There usually is a bit of variety in putt-putt, so there you go. Again, just adding more trees and stuff to make it look a bit more natural. But yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. I think it could be better. And if you try and make it better for me, you want to tag me in it on Instagram and show me that you made it better, by all means, go ahead and do so. But this was just a bit of fun, bit of something extra to put on YouTube. I struggle to build. Oh, I forgot I put that bat there. That's an actual bat, so your sim will actually get bitten by it. Rip. But, what was I gonna say? I struggle to build on live streams. I have tried to do it before. It's just not, I'm not great at it. I find it difficult to do, and I just, I struggle to come up with ideas on the spot. I think I get a bit of like, it's not stage fright. What's the term when you're like, I don't know, maybe stage fright? I just like, I get to streaming and I'm sitting there and I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me to build something great, and I just sort of freak out and end up not building anything great at all. So that's kind of how I feel about building on a live stream, which is why I tend not to build on live streams anymore. I usually just stick to building in YouTube videos, but maybe I'll try and give it a go again at some point. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't heard any news about any other upcoming packs. The last one we got was the Star Wars pack, and that was a few weeks ago, so I don't know. Haven't heard anything. I'll have to keep my ear out. I'm actually really excited for Hyrule Warriors. They released a new mini trailer today introducing Pura and Robbie from the Calamity Ganon era, and it's just, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I also went to the shops today and pre-ordered my amiibo cards, my Animal Crossing amiibo cards. So when I'm getting 8 packets, because they're releasing series 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm getting 2 of each. So I'm getting 8 packets altogether, and I'll be unpacking those live on stream. So when those come through, I think it's November 20th, I'll be unboxing those, I guess, unwrapping those live on stream. So make sure you are following me on Twitch so that when I go live with that, you can check them out with me. Now this, I love this idea. This idea was inspired by my Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 playthrough with Nicktacular, which is live now. The first episode is up as I'm recording this, and this may even go out after the second episode goes live, undecided yet. But we built a little like train ride, and that kind of inspired me to do something similar here. So it's like a spooky carriage coaster, but like very child friendly, right? Like there's no loop-de-loops. It would be very slow moving, I'd imagine. And here I am putting down rails for the track, and we get about halfway through and then I stop recording it because I'm like, you get the idea. And they took about an hour to do. I was like, oh, probably not an hour, probably about half an hour. 40 minutes, maybe. But like, you get the idea. So I didn't record the whole thing. But yeah, that was inspired by our Roller Coaster Tycoon series, which you can go check out right now, at least the first episode. It's a lot of fun. The audio is terrible. In fact, I don't know how the audio is going to be for this one, but again, I'm not re-recording it. If it's trash, we just have to live with it. I'm sorry, fam. It's a hard life. But anyway, So yeah, it was really fun to do that with Nick, and I'm really grateful that Nick agreed to do that with me. And he's agreed to do more. He must have liked it enough and had enough fun that he was willing to do some more. So if you would like to check that out, you absolutely should. I'm sure there'll be an end card at the end of this video that will link you straight to it when you're done watching this. Again, putting in a few more touches. I think we're close to the end. Of course, this is the ticket office, so you have to line up here and get a ticket to go into the fair. Trying to sort of set that up in a very professional looking way. The other place had a it was sort of like a shoot 'em up thing, you know, like you go to Fates and they have those like carnival games, you have to try and shoot something off the shelf to win it and stuff. So that's kind of what I was going for with that one there, where we put everything down and then I go ahead and put them all up on the shelf. I found a little like live edit object that kind of looked like a gun that you would use. There we go, I'm lining them all up on the shelf so some kid can shoot them down and win them as prizes. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was going for, a carnival game of some description. I'll let you decide whether or not I succeeded in trying to recreate one. I'm sure there are much better recreations on the internet than this, but this is what we ended up with anyway. So yeah, overall, it's okay. I can't be mad. I can't be mad with this build. If I really hated it, I wouldn't be uploading it as a YouTube video, so I must think it's okay. I'm really annoyed though, the photo for it when you go to download it from the gallery, there's like a big tree in the way from like some tree out in like sort of like a block back that just kind of like blocks the photo. I'm just so sick of The Sims not letting us take our own like snapshots and putting them on the front, you know, so that people can go, oh, I want to download that. No one's gonna want to download this. If you go in the gallery and you see the front and what it looks like on the gallery, you wouldn't download this. Like, I'm so annoyed that their sort of auto pictures are just so terrible. So we're doing the final touches with some terrain painting just to make it look a bit more lived in and a bit more autumny. And we are so close to the screenshots. Now, the screenshots, there are heaps of. There's about a minute of those, so strap in, folks. There's a lot. Here we go. Here's an overview. We have the pumpkin patch, which is pretty cute. The box office. I have heaps of photos of the Ferris wheel coming up because that took me forever, so fair go. That's the merry-go-round. There we go. The Ferris wheel from a few different angles because you have to admire it from many angles to make it worth my time. The roller coaster, and a shot like you were on the roller coaster, which I thought was kind of fun. I love the putt-putt. I am so happy with, I have to reuse that idea in another build. I have to. Now the mirror maze I thought would be easier just to take a screenshot from above. Be warned that my PC cannot handle being in that mirror maze. It was too much for it. So it could be very laggy if you download this slot. Anyway, that's it. I've made it through the video. Thank you so much for listening to my ramblings and for hanging out with me and for watching this video. I will catch you all next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and have a fantastic day. Bye.